There must be a million saving tips out there, but today we're gonna talk about some big wins you can do today. Hey guys, it's Osler from Down Under, and this is the third video of a 4-part series to get you more financially aware this 2020. So if you haven't yet, press the subscribe button and tap the bell notification icon to see a video every Thursday, because another video will be coming up next week. If you're someone who's been struggling to save money for the longest time and always seems to fall flat on your face, I'm pretty sure you've sought the knowledge of Google and read an ungodly amount of tips and tricks to save money. So if you think this is just another random video of a guy telling you to stop buying coffees or $25 eggs benedicts in the morning, think again. Today we'll be talking about the importance of saving money, as if you don't already know that, and some ways to get those big wins in saving. I can think of 3 main reasons why you should start saving money. Number 1 is for an emergency fund. Number 2, short-term goals. And number 3, your long-term goals. Number 1 is for emergencies. An emergency fund, or a cash cushion as some people would call it, is exactly just that. It's a cushion that will help soften the blow when you fall on your butt. This fund can and should only be used during emergencies. And emergencies would mean someone fell sick, or your car got smashed, and you don't have any other transport to work. Something really important.
So how much do I spend on emergency funds?
Typically you save about 3 to 6 months of expenses. Remember last week we talked about your budget and you found out how much your expenses are in a month? Then you just multiply that number to 3 to 6 months, and that will be your first goal of saving. I personally save up to 12 months of emergency money, just so that if anything happens to me, or if anything happens to my main source of income, I have 12 months or 1 year to get back into my life. It might be a good idea. It's tough, but it's a lot better than not having emergency money. Number 2 is for your short-term savings goals. And when we say short-term here, I don't mean to say later or tomorrow or next month, not even necessarily in 6 months. It could be in 1 year, in 2 years. I'd say let's go up to 5 years. Some few good samples of this would be to pay off all your debt, go on a good holiday, buy a car, whatever it is. Make sure that you set a realistic time frame for yourself and plan ahead. And number 3, of course, if you have short-term goals, you would have your long-term goals. These goals, I would say, would be goals that you can do in 5 or more years. A good example is to pay your mortgage if you're gonna get a house, saving up for your child's tuition if you're gonna have a child, and well, saving for retirement as well. And again, make sure that you have a realistic time frame and a good strategy on how you're gonna implement your saving practices and plan ahead. So now we go into some tips to make saving an easier habit to keep. And these are going to be my personal tips, as I have learned these along the journey and I have been following them and helping me thus far. Number 1 is to pay yourself first. Okay, let's say you get paid $1,000 every fortnight, but after all of your expenses, you take home $200. But you went a bit over budget and you went to a restaurant and spent another $50. Then you had to go out with your friend Rebecca and you spent another $50. So that leaves you $100 left to save. Now we try to flip it. You know you have $800 worth of spending in a month. So as soon as you get paid, you take out $200 and you save it. Put it in a savings account. Now this time you immediately have $200 worth of savings. And when Rebecca keeps asking you to go out, you can tell her to go find someone who cares. Number 2 is to set up a savings account in a different bank from your checking account. So this is what happens. If you have your savings account and your checking account in the same bank, you can basically transfer money in and out at any time almost instantly. So if you see something that you really want to buy and it's not in the budget, you could get tempted really badly, and you could just transfer that money into your checking account, into your debit card really easily, and you can buy it. Sound familiar? Might be your life too. But if you have separate banks for your savings and checking accounts, it would take roughly 1 to 3 business days for you to get that money if you want to transfer it to your checking account, which would give you a lot of time to think, do I really need this? Now the next tip would definitely apply to some, but not all. Number 3 is to pay off your debt as soon as possible. On top of paying your regular repayments, make sure that you attack this debt as aggressively as possible without leaving out emergency money for yourself. Say about maybe $1,000 while you still have debt. Having interest on something that is losing you money is just bad news. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail about numbers, interest rates, or compounding. Just know that if you have debt, you're basically playing a tug of war with life. And you're always gonna lose. Number 4, and the last strategy that I could tell you, is to stick to your budget and keep tracking your expenses. Saving money is the goal of why we tracked our expenses and made a budget in the first place. It's because instead of buying some random item at a random time, you realize that you actually want to spend your money and your time and your energy into getting something that you value and that you will love for your life. There you have it, guys, my 4 tips to help you save more money for this year. Hopefully you've learned something for today, and if you have, please press the like button so I will know. If you have any personal tips that you follow, and I know there are millions out there, comment it down below and share it with all of us. This is the 3rd video of a 4-part series for this January to help you get more financially aware this 2020. So if you haven't yet, please press the subscribe button and tap the bell notification icon to see a video every Thursday. This is Osler from Down Under, and I'll see you in the next video.